Well, there's a Porsche. There's no vehicles allowed. You see that says no vehicles allowed.
I've never been down here before. Where on earth does this go?
The old car park that's been demolished and the new Prince Bishop's has been erected. Here we have vehicles going over Framwell Gate Bridge.
Here we are driving down Gilesgate Bank on Sunday the 7th of February 2021. It's a cold, dark, gloomy day. It's been snowing and it's going to snow all day. So we're going to revisit the steps from the 80s video driving around Durham. As you said, we're going down Gilesgate Bank. Has there much changed? Not quite sure. We shall see. It's a Sunday. It's not too busy today. It is lockdown, but I do need to go and do a bit of essential shopping, so I will go into Durham and do some shopping. Has there much changed? Well, we'll see as we head off down into Durham. Durham City. Wonderful place to visit.
Here we are going down Gilesgate Bank. This video is courtesy from Alan Freeman from the mid-80s when he took footage driving around Durham. There's an old Golf or Polo on the left hand side. As you can see, it's a grey day, just like the day I'm recording today in the snow. Now we're heading towards the roundabout at the bottom of Gilesgate Bank. You can see loads of old vehicles going past. There's no lights on this roundabout, unlike today.
Onto the new roundabout. It has lights on this roundabout, but back in the 80s there were no lights. And I'm sure the cars have all changed as well, back from the old 80s. Imagine keeping one or two of those old cars till now. I'm sure one or two of them cars would be worth a fortune. There we are, heading off down to Durham City itself. Traffic's a lot busier these days, even in lockdown, compared to the 80s where there wasn't as many cars about. Elvet Bridge is being fixed. We'll stay in the left hand side lane. As you can see ahead, the big concrete car park's been taken down. And now we have a new Prince Bishop's.
Like I said, courtesy of Alan Freeman from YouTube. Thank you. He's driving around Durham in the 80s, and here we are going down towards Durham city centre. Let's see what difference, what changes there is. Old cars everywhere. I see the cathedral and the castle in the background. Heading towards Durham. As you can see, it's not as busy as it is nowadays. There's the old concrete car park on the left hand side heading towards Durham. As you can see, there's no lights either, there's no lights. There's a new system just being put into place. There's the old car park that's been demolished and the new Prince Bishop's has been erected. A lot of old vehicles kicking about. This part of Durham just looks exactly the same. Right hand side, go past the old passport office. It's been pulled down. You can see the concrete jungle over there on the right hand side. We don't have the Odeon Cinema on the left hand side. Strange to see the old vehicles. I mean, you think back to the 80s and it just feels like yesterday. No lights here on this roundabout either. But it just seems so long ago. The cars. Imagine having one of these two in your garage at this moment in time. There's the walkway over the top. I didn't realise that was there. Same viaduct, nothing's changed. Old buses though, the buses have definitely changed. It's a shame we couldn't drive down North Road, or that you couldn't go down North Road. Is that an old Lada or Skoda? Probably a Lada, I'm not sure. I'm not very good with cars. There's an old bus. My son will love this. Yeah, just walk over the road. There's an old transit van, I think it is.
Show you bits of footage from the 60s compared to the 80s and 2021. Where has the time gone? Lights on this roundabout as well. Was the lights from the 80s? I'm not quite sure. I don't think there were lights. Definitely was no lights on the next roundabout. There's a nice car. As you can see on the right hand side, they've demolished the old passport building. And on the left hand side, we have new student accommodation with an Odeon cinema and a nice little river walk. Construction going ahead on the right hand side, and on the left hand side construction's been finished. Nice new bars, student accommodation, and there is lights coming down here where I'm sure from the 80s video there was no lights at all. Oh, there's a Porsche. There's a Porsche. I'm sure there were no Porsches back in the 80s looking like that. Hey. I wonder how much that Porsche is worth. I'm sure my son can tell me exactly how much it's worth. He's a car buff. He knows all about cars. It's a shame I wasn't following that one up the top. We're going to go up North Road. It's starting to snow again. It's not good for the quality of the picture. I'm going to put my wipers on at some point. But never mind. There's the viaduct. Still looking exactly the same. Was that walkover bridge there last time on the 80s video? I'm not sure. We'll have to have a look back and see it. Yeah, wipers could do with a changing, I think. Okay, shut up. It's a new building ahead there. We'll head off. We'll go past the station house. Like I said, none of these pubs are open now. People walking about. Left hand side, up ahead you'll see that new student accommodation. You just can't see it on the left hand side, but there's new gates there. As we head up North Road. Buses have definitely changed. A lot more modern, as life happens.
Yeah, look at all the old cars going past. Going a bit too fast for me to pick out different makes and models, I'm afraid, but I'm sure you who are watching this, any car buffs, would easily pick out. I seen a Mini go past the old bus. A few Fords, a few Vauxhalls. Cars going particularly slow on the left hand side. Let's go past that. Gadgets walking about with old carrier bags. And we're heading up towards the garden house on the right hand side. There's County Hall in the distance. That is exactly the same, I think, now, but that will be pulled down. I'm thinking that's going to be pulled down anytime soon. We're heading left. We're going to go towards the old hospital. The old hospital. Oh, now is that an old Lada? I'm not quite sure. It's an old box car. I can't even remember them very well. Now we're heading up towards the hospital. It looks the same. This part of Durham just looks exactly the same. You would think it was 30 odd years ago, or even 30 years ago. Probably 20. Yeah, 35 years ago. 35 years ago. There's a little Mini. We head towards the hospital. We'll drive into the hospital very shortly. It's been changed dramatically.
It's a nice picturesque day. Can I hear a car alarm going off somewhere? Or is it a house alarm? The Garden House Inn still there? I'm sure that was there in the 80s. County Hall, that's still there, but I think it's closed down now. We're going to head up towards the hospital and we'll see the difference in the hospital. Nice wintry theme. Oh, the snow's coming down heavy now. We'll head up here quickly because there's not many cars on the road today with the snow. There we go, University Hospital, that's changed immensely. We'll turn right into there. You used to be able to go through here and come out the other side in the olden days, back in the 80s, but you can't do that now. Welcome to the University Hospital of North Durham. And we'll go left. We head into the car park. We'll go around the car park. It's a big difference now, big difference. With lockdown and COVID going on, it's free to park. It says it's free to park in the car park. Guy's got a death wish. And we'll head off out the car park. That's one big car park and it is definitely free to park in there. While under lockdown and COVID and all the shenanigans that's going on in the world. It never used to be. It used to charge you. Used to even charge the staff. Which I think is absolutely appalling. And now we're going around the new hospital car. Right, we're going. Used to be able to go out the other side. Used to be able to go out the other side. There's a nice Mini compared to the Minis we saw in the last video. Right, we're going to head off back down. But I'm going to have to go around. I'm going to have to go around. And I can't cut through like we did in the last video. So that's what we'll do. We'll go around. Now there's a car park on the left hand side now, but the charger there's still charger in that car park. That's why there's only one car in the car park, because they're still charging you, which is ridiculous. I don't know who's in charge of that car park, but it's pure greed and they're not going to get much money off it. HM Land Registry on the left hand side. Now we're heading up towards the Fram roundabout that takes you to the new, yes, the new fire station. And also the COVID testing centre, which I went to when I had COVID at Christmas, but I don't like to talk about it that much. It wasn't a good experience. Right, we're going to go around this roundabout. We're going to go down the other way. We're going to head towards I should have went that way. Silly me. Going around again. Round and round we go. That's a bit of bad driver, but never mind. I haven't been up here for a good month. And I used to live up this way. And how on earth did I not know that was the left-hand turn? And old age. Definitely old age is creeping in. I do apologise for the spin around the roundabout, but I wanted to make sure I was going the correct way. Now we're heading towards, yeah, the new college on the left hand side. New College Durham. I remember before that got built, that was an old building, and we're going to go right. We're going to head off back down towards County Hall, the way we just came. Left from where's a lovely Chinese, police headquarters are down the left hand side. As you can see, it's a lot changed. I'm sure them houses have been around for a long time. The COVID centre, there's the COVID test centre down here. There's one further up the top, Akeley Heads. Yep, them houses are expensive down there. Now the hospital's on the right hand side down here, which I couldn't cut through, where you could in the 80s, you could go all the way through in the 80s.
Oh, we're pulling out of the car park, we're going out. Is that an old Astra? Vauxhall Astra? It is. Old Vauxhall Astra. Now we're going round the car park, which I don't even know if this exists anymore. This is a new car park. Because you could drive in on one side of the hospital and you could go out the other side in the olden days, I'm sure. I think this is all being pulled down, mind. All brand new, erected hospital. Is that a Ford Fiesta on the right? Now we're coming out. I mean, this looks very nice, this bit of the hospital. I can just remember this part of the hospital driving out. There's a doctor going about his duties. Now we pull out to the other side of the hospital. Now this is the roundabout. Is it the roundabout at the top? I think it is. Do I go down that way? I do. Not quite sure where that is. Now we're going to head down towards the city centre, County Hall. There's another old bus. Old transit van. Turn off down. Back down to Durham city centre. Now at the bottom, I'm sure there's a lot of old... I think that's County Hall on the left hand side now. Stand corrected, I think it is County Hall on the left hand side. I don't think the roundabout's changed much, to be fair. None of this, it all looks like exactly the same as it was back in 85. I will say 85 for the purposes of this video. What parks on the right hand side somewhere. Now that will have changed dramatically as well. Durham city centre. On the right hand side at the bottom you'll see all the houses are being built there now, and it was wide open space. Down the right hand side now there's a vehicle overtaken, so we can't quite see what's... Now it's the houses, there's no houses built there I don't think. Going to the railway lines. But as you come out there you'll see on the right hand side, you'll see the left hand side, their passport building's still there. On the right hand side it's all wide open space, cars parked, you can't park there now, that's houses. Houses in your estate, it's a flats as well, maybe flats and houses, you can't park down there at all now. That's all gone, disappeared. Woman walking up the left hand side with a fancy coat on. And again, there's lights here now. Student accommodation, right in front of you. That building no longer exists.
Very dark, gloomy day, and I'm sure those wipers are getting on your nerves. County Hall left hand side, COVID test centre. I think that's the walk-in one. It's 2 down Durham as well itself. And we'll go back towards, there we go, Akeley Heads coming soon. 6,000 new jobs, £400 million going to be spent. Durham's there. A bit steamy. Morton Park on the right hand side. It's a nice park, a lot of money spent on that. I advise going there, go for a run round there, there's all sorts to do, especially if you have young children. I used to take my children there years ago. And back onto the railway lines. And it's starting to snow even heavier now. See a lot of construction on the left hand side, as you can see, a lot of money being spent. And we have the road works because we're putting a new fence up. Oh, you can see all the way down there now, you couldn't see before. Back to these lights again. Get me squeaky wipers on. I'm sure someone's going to comment about that. Right, we're going to head off now. Back up towards Giles Gate Bank. We're going to go past the new bus stops on the left hand side.
We'll turn left, head up back towards Giles Gate again. Oh, there's a mini again. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, I'm quite sure what that car is. Oh, we jump forward to the bridge. Now when we go up this bank on the left hand side, there's the old bus stops. I'm sure the bank on the left hand, I'm sure the bank doesn't have the walkover going across it like it does now. We'll see, But that was there back in the 85. Now we'll go ahead and towards. There's a box car. Don't know what make that is at all. Is that a ladder? Am I obsessed with ladders? I'm not quite sure. Right. Oh yes, there's the bridge. It's there. 85. It was there. I didn't realise. The walkways must have been there a lot of years. Anybody knows the years they were built? Please leave it down in the comment section. We're back to almost where we started, the roundabout. We'll have a little drive up towards Giles Gate Bank, I think. We're onto the roundabout now, straight over the roundabout. That building still exists. We turn left. Is the hotel not there? I don't think the hotel was there back in 85. That house is still there, a nice house. We're heading up. Back up the bank. Here we go. Yeah, Sainsbury's on the right hand side. Not Sainsbury's, I don't know what it was back in them days. Stopping at the zebra crossing, that's still there. Car park on the right still there. That pub's even still there. I forget the name. The name of that pub eludes me. But now the old fish shop on the right hand side. It's not a fish shop now. I think it's. Is it? Oh, it's. Oh.
See the new bus station, new bus stop. Sorry, very nice bus stops on the left hand side. Gadget passed on the inside. He seems to be wanting to go past at some speed, even though he can't go any further because in front there's plenty of cars on his inside. Now we're heading back to Giles Gate Bank, where there is lights, where there wasn't lights before. And again, I wonder if that walkover was there on the 80s video. I don't know. I'll have to have a look. We're going to turn right towards Giles Gate Bank. Army Reserve Centre left hand side, and we have the new hotel Travel Lodge on the left hand side, where that wasn't there. I'm sure that wasn't there before. Tesco's delivery van. Did you have Tesco's delivery vans back in the 80s? I'm sure we didn't have any delivery vans back in the 80s, but I might be wrong. It seems like 2 minutes ago, I can think back to certain parts of my life in the 80s, and it seems like 2 minutes ago, but then you look back on the 80s video, and it just seems a lifetime ago. It does. It's unbelievable, the difference. I'm sure some of these houses on the left hand side haven't changed much apart from the colour. We've got the SO petrol station on the left hand side. Did we have the petrol station last time? And it is 120 for unleaded. 120 for unleaded. Sainsbury's on the right hand side. And this is where the video will end, because we're going to have the zebra crossing. I hope you enjoyed the video, And now we're going to go into Durham itself. So if you wanted to drive up to the cathedral and park, it is £2 per day, Monday to Saturday. Sundays like today, free of charge. Here we are, heading off into Old Durham itself. Into the town, into the market. Quiet Market Square of Durham, the marketplace. Toll booth was over there back in the 60s. The market hall currently closed. Now we'll head up towards the cathedral.
Here we are heading down towards Elford Bridge. Now, back in the 60s, this was one of the main roads in and out of Durham. 3 roads headed towards the centre of Durham, the market square, where there was a toll booth. Yes, a toll booth installed with a police officer changing the lights so cars could come in and out of Durham. As you can see, it's a really thin road, and I'm going to show you the footage now from the 60s. Here we have in Durham Market Square the world's very first traffic control system, which was manned by the police down in Durham Market Square. Like I said, the first in the world. We do have a link down below in the description that will give you the full video of the 60s revolutionary television traffic control system and all the cars.
To drive up very steadily, very careful, because there's people on the streets, so you've got to be very, very careful. Somebody turning around. Don't know what they're trying to do, look a bit lost. Are you going to head straight up, or are you stopping there? What are you doing? You're going to reverse again. Okay, let's see what this person's trying to do. It's not a very good idea reversing down the main road. Are you heading off to the left hand side? You're going to drive down there, yeah? That's a pedestrian. It says no vehicles allowed. You see that says no vehicles allowed, and he's driving down there, a he or a she. And now someone else is deciding to reverse out here. It's just all mayhem. It's mayhem. It was on the red light. It's on green for me, but everyone's pulling out left, right and centre. I don't understand. And yes, I'm stuck now because it was on green. Now I'm going to have to pull over here, because now that's on green and mine's on red, because they're stopping and pulling out everywhere. You just don't know what's going on, do you? It's all mayhem. There's flat whites as we're going up Old Durham. What a beautiful place. Library on the left hand side, Waterstones on the right hand side. It is a beautiful and wonderful place. We head towards the cathedral. I don't know if I'm allowed to go up here. I used to be able to. It's been a long time since I drove up here. No entry. Oh, I'm going to have to turn around. No entry. I'm going to have to spin around anyway, so I'm not allowed to go through there. Spin around to kind of go in that way. I thought I could. It's all changed, Used to be able to drive up there and park the car. Now you can't. Like I said, it's been a while since I've drove up here. But anyway, lovely cobblestones, lovely place, Durham. Park the car this way. I'm sure we used to be able to. I used to drop somebody for work years ago. There's Lebanese. There's an Indian restaurant there as well. Some nice restaurants in Durham. Very old, picturesque, beautiful city. It is worth a visit. Probably best to use the proper car park instead of driving up. Like I say, I don't think you're not allowed to drive up here now and park anywhere, so We'll have to spin around and go back down. I suppose if you work up here, you could drive up here. keep going and I'll try and turn around somewhere. I'll pull over here. There we go, we'll just spin around here. I think it's best place because then you can see a good look at the cathedral up ahead. We'll head off back down. I think then what I'll do is I'll come up here with my camera on my run and we'll probably get some proper footage, I think. Hatfield College on the right hand side. Everybody going about the day. There's a Gadgie going for a run, which I'll be doing shortly. And we'll stop here. Like I said, there's the library on the right hand side. Nice pub when it's allowed to be open. I've got flat white to take away further down. Look through any window, yeah. Oh, what do you see? Smiling faces all around, heading through the busy town. Where do they go? Moving on their way, or walking down the highway. Take it my way. Where do they go? Moving on their way, going through the highway, going my way. You can see the little ladies all around down. You can see the pretty faces all around when you look through any window, yeah. Yes, that's the Hollies. I'm afraid I probably got the words wrong, but never mind. Oh, there's two women walking up here with flowers. Is it Valentine's Day yet? Nope, it's only 7 days to go. I'm going to have to drive down, but they're walking right in front of the car. Never mind. It's students. They don't really have much common sense. They are clever people, but they haven't got that much common sense, a lot of them. I've seen the way they go on. But never mind. I can't put everybody in the same bracket because there is some clever students and some with common sense. But that's another story for another day. We're going past Greg's on the right hand side, Prince Bishop's shopping centre.
We're heading off the Prince Bishop's shopping centre where everything is closed and monsoon's closed. The Boots is usually open, but it's closed at this moment in time. It's quite good if you're a lady and you want to do your shopping down here, but there's only JD Sports for the men, I do think, unless you want to get yourself a nice phone from O2. Never heard of THUs before, but we'll go past Superdrug and that's closed, and there's more ladies shops up on the left hand side. Your new look. Of course, this is very feminine street, this one. It's not for your blokes, because your blokes don't really want to shop on ladies clothes shops, not really. No, there's a nice Smeagol up the road up there. You can get a nice cake, and we go past Greg's again. Now we're going to be heading up down towards the Market Street. Yes, the market. In there you can get some nice stalls. You can get your watch batteries fixed in you, all kinds of batteries fixed.
Plenty of dog walkers out, getting the one bit of essential exercise. Now with the Market Square. It's the Market Square where those tall booths were before. And that's wonderful, beautiful Durham. We can take a journey though, one last journey. We're going to go down the sands. Let's look down the sands. I can park down the sands, I can park down there and go for a run. That's what I'm going to do. Now we're heading up Clearpeth, where it's changed massively up Clearpeth. I mean, on the right hand side the buildings are still the same, the church is still the same, but a lot of student accommodation. Head down towards the old sands, where that's changed. The car parks have all gone. There's nice bridges down there, walkways, the river. Beautiful river's been there for forever and a day, obviously. What we'll do, we'll head off left first and we'll show you what's going on around the left sand, and then we may have to turn round at some point because Durham sixth form's down here in Walkergate, and it's where You know, you got the cinema, the library. A lot of construction again going on. Buildings ripped down, temporary footpaths erected. Another building on the right hand side. That's a new one, never seen that before. It used to be the old bowling alley years ago. The bowling alley in the 90s was here. Used to go and play bowls, go ice skating. Durham Wasps on the right hand side. Yes, Durham Wasps. I used to love going to see Durham Wasps. Story about that. It was me, one of my good friends back from the 80s. His dad used to work where my dad used to work, on the committee at the Colliery Club. Yes, on the committee at the Colliery Club. And he used to get free tickets to go and watch Durham Wasps. And it was basically VIP style. Yes, VIP style. Free tickets. We could go down. You got these like pint checks. You go in, get as many pints as you want and as much food as you want while you're watching Durham Wasps. And I do know a few ex-Durham Wasp players. I do. And a good bunch of lads, but they were tough back in the days there. Hockey's a tough match. Tough sport. Ice hockey is a tough sport. But it used to be the ice rink, Durham ice rink. I've been there a couple of times myself, but I think before that, it used to hold the Durham Wasps ice hockey matches. And like I said, I used to go there and get the free pints, the free food back when I was about 18-year-old, and I used to go home quite drunk. Unfortunately, it was a Sunday night, so I had to make sure I had a day's holiday off work the next day because I didn't fancy going into work. But then again, back when you were 18, you could handle it better. Now I'm just like, oh no, I've got a bad head. Right, we're going to go left now, down through the sands. And what I'll do, I'll spin round, I'll park here now. I'm going to go for a run back up through Durham and record some footage of Durham. Some beautiful houses down here at the sands. There's some beautiful houses, some wonderful walks. Keep going straight ahead all the way to the end. You can get one or two absolutely fantastic walks. Some lovely apartments down here. I mean, way above my pay grade. But yes, if you keep on going all the way down here and you can go for a walk, there's the river on the left hand side. It'll take you all the way up. Oh, it's almost overflowing as well, the river. It says that a no through road here, but we'll spin round here. Basically, you keep going all the way to the end. Oh, I'm actually keep on going to the end, actually. And I'll show you where you can go for a nice walk or even a nice run or a drive. There's an old farm and you can, oh, it's flooded all, that really is flooded down here. Right, as you're going to see now on the left hand side, there's a farm just up there. You can go for a walk for miles through the woods. The river winds all the way around. It is a nice walk. That's where I found the abandoned football field just ahead. We'll spin round now. We'll stop the video. That's where the CCTV must have been. This is where the cars were allowed to go up and down in the olden days from the 60s. The cars were allowed to drive up and down. Now it's just a peaceful bridge.
Durham in the 60s.
Cars were allowed to go up and down here in the 60s. Allowed to go up and down. If you want a bit of fancy dress, get yourself here after lockdown. It's down there somewhere, the fancy dress shop. The shop closed down. See, the cars were allowed to drive up and down here in the 60s. Not anymore. Pedestrians only. Back in the 60s, you're allowed to drive up here. CCTV was somewhere above my head. There we have it up towards the cathedral. And cars. We'll drive up this way as well.
Oh, I've never been down here before. Where on earth does this go?
Takes you down to the river. Back streets in Durham. Little cobblestones, side streets, side paths, everywhere you go. This is going to take us down to the river. Never actually been down here before. If this video doesn't make it to the channel, you know, I'm never to be seen again. All right, towards the river. On the other side of the Prince Bishops. That's where we're heading. Well, you learn something new every day. Discovering Durham. There's Prince Bishops. There's the bridge. It takes you down to the Swan and Three Signets. And now we're heading towards the river itself. Discovering Durham. Discovering Durham. See what's kicking about down here. There we go. I've been down here many a time. But I've never been up here. Well, I just came down here. We'll head back up now. Right. Fun times. Imagine these houses, the properties must be worth a fortune up here. We've got balconies, the back of restaurants, back of pubs. I don't think I've even been. I don't know if this is for public use or this is for a restaurant. Stairs coming down, so I take in the summertime, you can come down here for a bit of food, a little bit of drink, and hopefully you won't get mugged. Right, I'm going to mug you off now, so I'm going to head off to over that bridge we've just seen, to where the cars were allowed to go, to where that car in my video actually went, but is not allowed to. Very dangerous. Small bridge, small road. Very scruffy down here. Needs a bit of attention to detail. Now we're heading back up towards Flat Lights. Oh, just bang me head. This Gatefoot Bridge, opened in 1963. We'll have a walk across this. Show you the views. Got the cathedral in the distance. There's the Elford Bridge in the distance. We're now walking back over towards the cathedral castle on this cold winter's day. Go for some nice walks and runs along the river. It is bitterly cold, my fingers are numb. I do apologise, I haven't got many facts, figures or dates on this video. It's just a quick tour from the 60s to the 80s to now. And like I said before, we've just gone over that bridge, Kingsgate Bridge on the left hand side, and that takes you over to the cathedral. And now we're head off down to Elva. This is where the traffic, I presume this is the way the traffic would have came back in the 60s, down this way. Now I don't know, I haven't got footage from the 60s, whether there were lights here, whether it was two roads, one to the left as you can see, and one where I'm on now, to drive straight down towards, through Durham itself, over Elva Bridge. Right, we're driving along Elva Crescent. University students, a lot of university students live down here. Oh, there's a scarecrow. A scarecrow? There's a snowman on the right hand side. Jesus, the Court Inn on the right hand side is down here. Now is the Court Inn closed down? I've heard the Court Inn, it was a lovely pub, nice food, is closed down. Police station right in front of you. We'll turn right. You got Zen on the left hand side, the Court Inn right hand side. Now and there's the courthouse. Also the courthouse up in front. It looks as if, I mean, all the pubs are closed at this moment in time, but there's the old courthouse. Park in marked bays only. As you can see, the old courthouse. I don't really want to go too far in there, so I better reverse back. Hopefully nobody coming. There's a gadget coming behind us just in time to turn away. And there we have, oh, they're going into Zen. They're going into Zen, but I'm sure Zen's closed. A bit of snow's come down. Get rid of that snow. Right, we're going to turn left. We're going to head back down towards Elvet. We're going to show you the Elvet Bridge where the traffic in the 60s used to go over, and we're also going to show you the bridge on the right hand side that is being closed down for a year and a half. I think it's going to take a year and a half to rebuild the bridge on the right hand side, the main roadway through Durham now. takes you to the 690, because this road now in front, as you can see, is no longer in use. You cannot drive up there unless obviously you're delivering deliveries for restaurants and shops and etc, etc. Police are allowed to go up there. So as you can see, we'll go. I'll show you anyway. So basically there is New Elford Bridge, and it is closed, under construction, to be rebuilt sometime. It might take a while, but it is going to be rebuilt. And then straight ahead is where the 60s, that's where the cars used to drive up. I showed you some footage before. Now we're going past the Half Moon, the city, and heading back up with the cathedral on the right hand side, past the 3 Tons Hotel Pub. About 1 or 2 do's in there over the past works do's in the 3 Tons back in the 90s, a while ago. So if you've enjoyed the run around Durham, the drive around Durham from the 60s, the 80s and now 2021, please subscribe to the channel, please like the video, and thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, good luck, God bless, and as I say always, may your God go with you. Adios. Oh, I like driving in my car, doo-doo, doo-doo. It's not quite a Jaguar, doo-doo, doo-doo, doo.